Hi, this is Sec Green's Boundary, where I do predictions of the future. If you'd like me to do prediction field, let me know in the comments below. Just a reminder, we do lives here on Saturdays and Sundays at 10 a.m. Central and Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5:30 p.m. Central. So make sure you mark it down on your calendar so you don't miss out. Let's get into the show. Today, we got the card of the day from the universe message, and it is for today, randomly picked card of family harmony. Okay. So making sure that we getting together with all the friends and the family and all that sort of thing as we move forward from the last couple of years, as that was designed to keep us separated. Okay. Like that old rock song, gotta keep them separated. If you know what I'm talking about, put it in the chat. This is the time when we're going to have to get back together and start making those old connections, and getting back to what we need to do to overthrow much of the evil that is going on right now. And a lot of that evil is to keep us separated. And as if you were on the Discord channel, I put in a few little videos the other day from our outing with our my father-in-law and mother-in-law and the wife. We went to Morris, Manitoba, which is about an hour and a little bit from Winnipeg, and we watched the tractor pulls. Very fun time with the father and mom. They had a lot of fun. So making sure that you're getting out there and having a lot of fun with the family and extended family. Okay, so that's our message for today. What else we got on the docket today? Boris Johnson. Now, this is from Daisy Chain's question on the Discord channel. Keep hinting at it. Maybe you want to get to the Discord channel. Lots of things going on there. So Boris Johnson is doing a whole bunch of stuff. I guess we'll leave it at that on not having that family harmony around the world as we move along. Of course, prolonging wars and doing all kinds of funny things with his funny hair, because he used to be a comedian at one time, and not doing the family harmony thing. So let's have a look at Boris Johnson for the next little while and see what's up with him. He's still making situations worse than they need to be. So it seems that he's going to be trying to do this situation where it continues with non-family harmony around the planet, as if you've been paying attention to Boris Johnson, that he's prolonging the war and all that sort of thing with a couple other people that is working alongside with him. It is going to be blowing up in his face, basically, in the next little while, as is most of the elites finding that their trajectory that they're taking is not going to be working out to the most of their benefit, not our benefit. So it's all designed to ruin that family harmony from around the world. And I think we really need to get back to that and stop listening to people like Boris Johnson as we move along. There is some health issue that I am picking up with him that is not going to be doing very well for him. I think much of that karma is going to be coming back to him because he knows that he's not doing the right thing. Okay? So that karma always comes back to you, and it actually starts to affect your health, your wealth, and the people that are around you, your connections, your family harmony. And that's going to be starting to degrade over time. All the great elites, we can call them that, you're finding that they're starting to lose wealth, health, and family connections. And that's true of Boris Johnson going forward And I think we're getting little hints that his health isn't the greatest at the moment. And it's going to get worse. The more you do things against the universe, the more you are affected by the greater universe. So that's going to be a thing. His wealth is starting to diminish slightly. And a lot of the people that he held dear are now turning their back on him. So there's that. So always work within the light. Once you go against the light, everything starts to crumble as you move forward. So that's Boris Johnson. The other question that Daisy Chains. Hello, Daisy Chains. That Kinesis. Go back to the other one.
Oh,
It was two and one because Melon only allows you a certain amount of slots to put things in, so I had to do a 2 and 1 there. Of Kinesis money system. Man, you got to make do with what you got, and you got to move forward. And that'll be the main topic for today's show. But before we get into that, Kinesis, I think they're going to be doing very, very well, actually. They're going to be rising above much of the problems that they've been facing as of late. And there's a whole lot of things going on with the cryptocurrency market. And hopefully you're not too much into fear. Remember, don't live in fear. Always take advantage of chaos. There's always opportunity in chaos. And so when everything is all over the road and you're getting that fear feeling, and it's going to go back to our main topic when we do get to it, start buying more cryptocurrencies. When everybody's afraid, be greedy. Okay? And I'm hoping I'm pounding that into your head. The more fear that you see around you, everybody's running around with their hair on fire. It's a good time to start buying. Okay? Guy at work, he gives me the updates when I walk in the door at work. He goes, the cryptocurrencies they're going down. I go, good. Buy some more. He always goes like, what? Yeah, that's what you do. Every time, never fails. That has never failed in any great way. That plan. When everybody's in fear, be greedy. And when everybody's greedy, be fearful. It usually means to me, take a little off the top. Enjoy that cryptocurrency that you bought at a low price and now is at a higher price, and then you move on. Okay? Pay some bills, that sort of thing. But I think Kinesis is going to be just fine. Lots of good cards. They're really visualizing the future for themselves, and I think in the next little while they're going to be doing okay. Okay, so this is the time when we gotta relax. Okay, don't get caught up with all the drama and all the fear mongering. This is the time where you go, oh, everybody's in fear. I'm gonna buy some more. Okay. And now is the situation where you got to figure out where you got to buy it from. This is why I keep saying, do not leave your cryptocurrencies on the exchange. Now you know why. Because all kinds of things are going topsy-turvy, dropping on their head, all that sort of thing. And if you kept your cryptocurrencies on the exchanges, you may be at a loss for the next little while. So make sure you get in there, you buy what you need, and you get out. Okay? So hopefully that answers those questions for Daisy Chains.
Yeah, so people buying the gold and silver, then are they safe from Kinesis virtual gold and silver money card?
Well, if you have it in your possession, then it should be just fine. Okay? Once you buy the paper version of gold and silver, then you're going to be facing trouble. But if you have it in your possession, then it's fine. And hiding it under your bed or something, or a really safe place, then you'd be okay. You just got to weather that storm. And I think everybody needs to remember that. Okay? So hopefully that answers those questions. What's the next thing we got? Old days changed. There's a lot of questions the other day, which is awesome. Okay, and I did pick that book up from my great shelf of books. And this is one of the first books that made a huge impact on my development. I've read many other books and they were okay, but this is the one book that started me on a certain path, okay, that I haven't looked back. Okay, it's called Spiritual Growth, Being Your Higher Self by Sonia Roman. Okay, and it's two guides that are talking to the person writing the book and giving them information about how to utilize the light. And the funny story about this book and how I acquired it is I was at a local crystal shop. They sold books and crystals and tarot cards and oracle cards, that sort of thing back in the day. This book was on the top shelf, like my bookshelf here. Okay. And I'm looking at the crystals. Okay. Looking at all the different things. I did not see this book on the top of the shelf. It fell off the shelf and hit me in the head. And the person running the store goes, "Oh, I guess that book is yours." I think that's universe trying to tell you something. Universe is always giving you the information that you need, and they'll throw it at you just to get your attention. And this is the actual book that fell on my head to get me on the right track. And I picked it up. I bought it. It's a series of books, but this is the first book that I got into, talking about using the light energy, how to shape it and make it the thing. And it talks about the Great Awakening and how to become your higher self to get ready for the Great Awakening. When was this book published? Front page. It was done. That's the forward. I think it was 1992 or something like that. That's when I first acquired the book. 1989, this book came out, back before computers came out, really, for the mass majority of people. But that's pretty much when I got this book. And there's a whole bunch of books that are part of this series, but this is for the primer. Okay, so make sure you get this one if you can. Spiritual Growth, Being Your Higher Self, a very good book. And it talks about many of the things I discuss on this show on how to move forward. Okay. It had an impact on me, on my doodle. That's why I kept kidding with my fellow psychics. Now when I go shopping, I wear a helmet. Depending what universe wants to throw at me, hey, buy this thing, and I think you'll move forward. And that's how universe moves us. Well, it doesn't have to, because I'm a little thick sometimes, and I need a really good whack on the head to get my attention. But pay attention to the information that universe is giving you, okay, on a daily basis, and it'll steer you. A lot of people go around like this all the time. Don't do that. Great thing about how universe works was the wife was because we're going to be doing a little bit of a trip the other in the next month or so. We're going to Edmonton. And she was thinking, how are we going to get all the things back from our shopping excursion in Edmonton back to Winnipeg? And she overhears somebody having a conversation when my wife was doing shopping with a friend. Oh, we send it through the Canadian Post. It's cheaper. And you go, oh, so that's another way that universe will give you information that you need to solve a situation. So pay attention to the conversations that are around you when she's probably looking at clothes and stuff, shopping, and she probably overheard this conversation and goes, ah, right? That's how you part of how universe will give you information. It's just not me talking on and on. It could be some unrelated conversation that you overhear from people that you don't know that's giving you the information. There's tons of things that happen around you when you're thinking about stuff that universe is going to go, do this. Okay, so pay attention to the world around you and all the situations that you're thinking of. The universe will give you information in interesting ways. Okay, so that is the oldest book that I think that made a big impact on my life in more than one way. She also asked the question about Purse.io. We've had that one on our website for quite some time. It is a way of using your Bitcoin. I know a lot of people don't want to use their Bitcoin quite yet because they're waiting for the millions of dollars to roll in. But if you do want to go that way and use your Bitcoin or Bitcoin Cash as well to do your shopping on Amazon, okay? So you go to the Purse.io website and you sign up. We have a link on our website. Pick out the items that you want, okay? And somebody there is going to be doing the purchase for you. You give them the Bitcoin and they do the shopping for you, okay? And there's the other aspect of Purse.io where you can make money for Bitcoin from it by doing that service for other people. So you can join up. Let's say you have a bunch of Amazon gift cards or something like that you want to use up and you want to make some Bitcoin from it. And somebody goes, I want some coffee cups. They give you the Bitcoin and you buy it on their behalf and you gift it to them and you've made a little bit of Bitcoin. That's the basic of it. So if you want to make some Bitcoin, Purse.io, or if you want to do shopping with your Bitcoin, Purse.io. And that's basically Purse.io in a nutshell. Okay? So
like a personal shopper, you take it in your Bitcoin?
That's right.
And you get it cheaper.
You do get it a little bit cheaper.
There's a discount.
Because we bought, what's that microphone?
Yeah.
I have a special microphone somewhere that I bought through that service, and it was like 5 to 10% cheaper than if I had done it the normal way. Okay, so you can get a nice discount using your Bitcoin shopping and having somebody shop on your behalf. Or you can do the other way where you're shopping for somebody else and you get that Bitcoin. So win-win for everybody. Okay, so any other questions about Purse.io? No. Now the 1-inch problem. Now this is, if you remember from last show, we were talking about John C. Maxwell, very important leadership teacher for me. It's one of the people that impacted my life in a big way. Okay. Because I was in a leadership position at one of my jobs and all that. And I started, I'm the kind of guy, okay, I'm in a leadership position. I better learn how to be the leader. Okay. And John C. Maxwell's books came from Universe to me to learn how to become a better leader at work and in every other aspect of my life. So, the 1 inch problem he discusses on one of his tapes that I've had for since the 80s, back when we had cassettes. Okay. Tells you how long ago this was. Where he talks about a 1 inch problem can stop you in your tracks. And he gives the description of a 1 inch block can stop a train from starting. Okay. So if the train is, stationary, basically not starting, you put a 1 inch block in front of the wheels, it will not be able to go. So think of all the 1 inch problems that you may have in your life, okay, that stop you from starting. So, and the analysis is this 1 inch problem or the 1 inch block can stop the train from picking up steam and going. But once the train is in motion, okay, and spiraling down the track, a 1 inch block is not going to stop it. It's going to be impacted, okay, and splintered into a million pieces, right? That 1 inch block is not going to stop a moving object, but it will stop you from starting the train and moving on. And that's the entire idea of the 1 inch problem. A lot of the time when I'm reading the comments or I'm doing a reading for somebody, they're talking about 1 inch problems that they have in front of them. And this is the reason that they're not starting their new venture. Let's say they want to do a new business and they got to have this and they got to have that and blah, 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 blah. So it becomes this 1 inch problem that's stopping them from beginning. Okay. So I keep get motion going, remove that 1 inch problem and barrel down. If once you're moving along at high clip, that 1 inch little problem will not get in your way, but it can get you to stop in your tracks before beginning. And a lot of people get themselves into this situation because they want everything perfect. Or there's this thing that if they don't overcome it, they can't, and they see it as the biggest problem of all. Okay. We had one person, he wants to do a podcast, but he needs this and he needs that. And I started with a little cell phone and my little thing to prop up the phone, right? That's all I had. It wasn't even this good. It was something held together with some duct tape to start my YouTube channel. Did I sit there and go, oh, I need the fancy dancy holder for my phone or I can't begin? No. The wife reminds me that's a 1-inch problem. I mean, you can get through that, right? So I got, you get the duct tape out and you rig something up and you get started, right? But people dwell in the 1-inch problem. Okay. When I had my last rock band, we had nothing. I had a drum kit that was held together with duct tape and staples. And one of the guitarists he didn't even have an amp. He was running everything through a studio, but we started motion. Okay. We got the bass player, we got the rhythm guitarist, we got the singer. We didn't even have microphones. We acquired some microphones from somewhere, but we didn't have mic stands because we didn't have the money, right? Another 1-inch problem that could have caused us not to begin the band, right? Oh, we can't start. We don't have this and that. And so what we did is we hung the microphone cables over the rafters in the basement so they would be doing this. So, sure, 58 microphone. If you don't know it, that's okay. But you hit your head on it and it'd be all over the place. But we didn't let that stop us. It didn't become a 1-inch problem. We found some old microphone stands that were literally held together with some duct tape and an old ball, and we wrap it up in duct tape, and it would do this as you're singing. So you have to go along with the microphone. But we didn't let that stop us. We didn't let it become the 1-inch problem. Okay. And then we started getting our stuff together and people pitched in. Universe brought us the things that we needed to get the job done because we had vision and we had motion and we had a great desire to reach that goal. And so universe started throwing things at us that we needed and required, and people would say something, oh, there's this show you can play at this place, you should check it out. And we started networking and all this sort of thing. Oh, I got some microphone stands in my basement that I'm not using, you want them? Yes. And that's how our band started. It wasn't all this fancy equipment. It was held together with duct tape and Scotch tape and staples and you name it. It looked atrocious. But we didn't let that become a 1-inch problem. Okay, so you're starting to see what I'm getting at. And once you started to motion, nothing can stop you from attaining your goal. Okay, the 1-inch problem gets shattered as you move past it. Okay, so think of all these 1-inch problems that you may have around you that you're making them out to be bigger than they actually are. Okay, and when you let universe help you out and the community help you out, those 1-inch problems start to go away. Okay, and they're not big. This is the same with the cryptocurrency. Oh, yeah, this thing is gonna do that, and blah, 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 blah. The cryptocurrency has enough momentum that all these Gary Gensler and all that is doing 1-inch problems everywhere. Will not stop the train. So if you think Gary Gensler is gonna wave his arms around and stop the entire train, he's going to get squashed. Okay? So think of it that way. So when you're hearing all the news out there about Gary Gensler and the SEC and all that sort of thing, those are 1-inch problems trying to stop a rushing train. Or when the politicians are trying to keep us contained, that's like stopping a rushing train down the tracks with a 1-inch problem. Think of it that way. Okay. And I hope this inspires you to keep moving and to look at problems as they are. And don't make excuses. Go, okay, we have this little problem. Where's the duct tape? And you figure something out and you move forward. Okay, so I think we're getting it to the Discord channel. Thank you. Okay. Which I hadn't set up. Oh no, a 1-inch problem has come our way.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. We got to stop now. No, not really, but we'll figure it out. Okay, we're getting the link here ready for everybody. If you haven't been on our Discord channel yet, the Discord channel is free for everybody. And I'll send the link out for everybody to grab onto. See, we got rid of that 1-inch problem. I sat here and cried about it. And, I didn't get things prepared. Then we would stop in our tracks. But this is like a rushing train. 1-inch problem doesn't matter. Okay, so grab onto that Discord channel. And we have a lot of things going on. Like I said from the other day, we got some tractor pull stuff. The wife's still coughing up smoke because some of the tractors were like belching out big gobs of black smoke. But it was a lot of fun. Everybody had a lot of fun there. Big crowd too. So later today at 11:15, we have the remote viewing lesson show, and it's the number today is YRZ4468. Okay, and that'll be today, building upon our psychic abilities to become stronger and utilize the universal mind and the light for our benefit. And this is a way of building those muscles. The more you use those muscles, the stronger you become. And you start to see the 1-inch problems as just that, as little blocks of nothing that you can get past. And this is a way of training that part of yourself to get past those 1-inch problems. Okay, what do we got next? Marlon. Hello, Marlon. Still feeling a drop coming. A lot of good chartists are saying the same. 3-card reading on this, please. And when do you feel about June, July? Depending when, people get afraid. Gary Gensler is throwing 1-inch problems in front of the train. He's trying to stop that train from moving. And what did I just? Eventually, it's just going to run him over. So, am I afraid? No. It just means that we buy more, right? It's quite comical to watch Gary. He's, throw everything at the train. It won't work. Maybe in the United States for a short period of time, but there's so much momentum that it's going to run past them and squish them. Yeah, it's going to be in June, July. I think we've had some the last day, yesterday, I think there was a little bit of a dip. I don't see it as a big dip coming. It's going to be a really good buying opportunity in June, July, in that period of time. Exactly second week of July, I think, within that period of time that we're going to start to see that. And then after that, that train is going to be moving on. Okay, it's going to go past Gary and go whatever and keep moving past, because it's a moving object that's too big, no matter how much little 1-inch things that you throw at it. It is going to be in that time period, and it's going to go down to, putting it to American terms, maybe 19,000 American, in that realm. And it's going to be for a short time, and then they're going to be messing up or something, Gary and a bunch, and they're going to be revealing more light upon them, their wrongdoing. I think that's already happening, that everybody sees that what Gary Gensler is actually doing, and it's going to be ramming past them. Okay, so Yeah, it's June, July. Your instincts are correct. Okay. What else we got? Love the new backdrop. Yes. Thank you. It's not a backdrop, it's a bookshelf. Complete with the monkey. The monkey's here still. Don't worry.
He didn't fit on the bookshelf.
He didn't fit on the bookshelf because there's all this wonderful stuff. Uh I'm trying to think of a different, maybe getting different backdrops and stuff like that into the future. But this is the one we went with, and it's looking pretty nice. Kind of weird over here. The wall is not straight, and the wall does this every so often when a kitty cat goes by. But that's okay. It's the house is stable. Maybe we need some duct tape or something to hold things uh, uh, together back there. Anyways, well, thank you for that. Kimmy's psychic mediumship would like a reading. A fellow psychic medium. Of course. For the next little while, I think you're going to be getting into a new situation, a new relationship, actually, which is going to be very beneficial to you and the other person. It's going to be a relationship made in the heavens, basically. But it's going to be distracting you from some of the things that you should be taking care of. But make sure that you keep your head on your tasks, and this relationship will blossom. And if I believe they're going to be working with you in some form. Okay, so be ready for that, and make sure you bring them along on the journey that you're going with. I think it's going to be matching their direction that they're wanting to do as well. Um, Something about diet, something you're going to be changing in your diet that may not be agreeing with you. So pay attention to that as well for the next little while. If you're feeling a little bit ill, it could be some change in diet that's not agreeing with your system. So pay attention to that and make. Sometimes they change ingredients on things, or some new chemical is introduced or something like that. Pay attention to the things that you're eating. Ask questions. Uh, some green vegetable that you may be eating may not be sitting well with you for whatever reason. I'm just picking up that. So pay attention to that. And once you do, everything will start to fall back into place in the health situation for you. And don't remember not to ignore the other people that are around you as you're going through this new relationship, because they're going to be needing you as well, and have the other person work with you with them. Okay, I think that's going to be a good mixture for you in the next little while. Okay, hopefully that helps you out. Can I get a reading on Bryce token? Never heard of it. They're going to be doing some big things in the next little while. They're going to be breaking free from the cycle that they were doing. And they're going to have a nice short lifespan that's going to be making a lot of people some pretty good money. Don't go nutty with it. Just put, as they always say, only put enough that you can afford to lose. Disclaimer. But I think in the next little while, it's going to do very, very well. It's going to be breaking free in the next little while. And then something happens and that's going to start to go down. And we got about a window of a month or two with this one. And then it's going to be riding along with the rest of the cryptocurrencies in that time period. So I don't see it as a long-term hold, but a short-term gainer. Okay, so there's that. And I think overall it's going to do okay overall. So go boop, and then it's going to come down, and then some type of regulation is going to be getting into the mix as well. So short term. Okay, thank you for that question. So did you pick a crystal that day, or did the crystal pick you? Now you're catching on. Sometimes things get flung at you, literally, and then crystals too. I believe I did pick up a couple crystals that day. For a while there, I was helping other customers when I was looking around and helping them pick out the crystals, because it's one of my abilities is to pick out things for other people. And they go, well, that's very good. How'd you know? Mm-hmm. And then that's, yeah, it pops out at you. My mom taught me how to do that a long time ago. And paying attention to the things that are around you and what grabs your attention the most. Okay. And then examine it from that perspective. So, yes, the crystal did pick me that day. And the book fell on my head. How will matic handle the claims by the SEC that it is a security? When will its price go up again? Probably, yeah, the price will probably go up in July, August, getting closer to the fall time. Like I had said, well, ETH is protected because it's part of the plan. Getting back to your, they don't want it to succeed over ETH because there's some plans with ETH. Okay. There's some words like JB Morgan coming to mind when you look at ETH, and BlackRock and a couple other large entities are part of the ETH program. And they already had this planned out on how it's going to be working. But matic is still going to be doing okay. I think it's going to be holding its own. Gary Gensler is throwing, like I had said previously, 1-inch problems at the situation of the charging train, and he's going to get squished very, very soon. Probably June, July. I think we're going to start to see something along those lines. So not something that I worry about so much. Okay? Don't get caught up in the drama of the SEC. Yes, it's going to make a lot of people afraid, but not you, right? You're going to see through that, and we're going to keep moving along with the train. So it will handle the SEC in due time. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question, Dilly. Hi, Andre. What do you see in the future for crypto Cardano? It's going to be one of the top cryptocurrencies. It's going to be doing a lot of good things. I think it is attached to the Ethereum map. What's his name? Crypto viewing channel. They've talked about this a couple times. That it is part of the plan going forward. He actually, if you watch his videos, he actually found the little poster map on how all the different cryptos are going to be attaching to one another. It's all on top of the Ethereum blockchain. Okay, this is why I keep stressing Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Bitcoin Cash a little bit, and XRP. They all work into this great um, tapestry of companies that are going to be attaching themselves to the new system. Okay, I wish I had the link to that. I'll look for it later on, and I'll put it in the Discord when I do find it, and how everything attaches to one another. Cardano is going to be part of that. I That's another rushing train that will not be stopped by 1 inch problems. It's too big of a community. Okay. Actually, they're laughing. They're laughing at the FCC. Whatever. I think they're going to be pulling out. They may go down a little bit, but there's too many things going on with Cardano, and there's too many big players that are involved with Cardano, and the great army that of people that have behind that particular coin. It's like holding a candle up in a windstorm. It's not really going to do anything. And Cardano is going to be doing very, very well from there. And that's one of the other cryptocurrencies that I stress on getting into. Okay. Hopefully that answers your question. 3 cards on XRP XRP SEC decision. Is it in June, July? Many of the crypto leaders out there are saying it's very, very soon, probably June or July, and this is when we're going to have a big outbreak of cryptocurrencies going to the positive. Like I said, it's Gary Gensler, they're throwing 1 inch problems at the rushing train. Yeah, it's going to be in June, July, when they're going to be finally making that decision. And that's pretty much what all the experts are saying as well. Okay. This is their attempt at slowing down the cryptocurrency market. Okay. And it's working because it's making the new people afraid on getting in. And this is why the price is going to drop, because people get scared and blah, 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 blah. And you have to remember, XRP is doing business all around the planet. It's just not the U.S. U.S. is just a small little cog in the entire machinery. U.S. is not everything, okay? And it will be positive for XRP, okay? And it's going to be releasing the floodgates after July, okay? So no problems there.
Thought you were done.
I kind of am, but
Okay.
1 inch problems in front of a rushing train, it's not going to do anything, really. Okay, move on to the 1111. I keep seeing 1111 everywhere. Is there a specific message that is trying to come through to me? Yes. What's 1111 mean, sweetie?
To be aware of what's around you. I don't know exactly, but
Because she gets 1111 all the time.
just to be aware of your thoughts and things around you at the time, and just be aware. That's what I like.
Because she'll wake up or be doing something, and she'll look at the clock. Hey, it's 11:11. Okay, what you were thinking at that particular moment in time was very important. It is going to change everything in your life going forward. It's giving you that information from universe to change things. For me, it's crows.
Yeah, those two.
Right? There's some big changes I'm thinking of, or I'm thinking of some great changes I'm doing in part of my life, and all of a sudden all these crows land. Hello. Pay attention. It's the universe trying to go, yo. Pay attention. You got crows. It's part of my spirit game, actually. I'm dancing crow. Uh, so whenever there's going to be some significant change in my life, I see crows everywhere. And if I'm not paying too close of attention, I'm walking down the street thinking about things and crows all over the place. Crows. Hmm. What I was thinking about is probably on track with what I'm supposed to be doing. So pay attention to the things that you were thinking of at that particular time, because it's the universe going, yo, pay attention. My wife does the 1111 thing too. So I don't know if the number itself has significance. Probably does. I'm not entirely sure. Probably does in numerology. But if you keep saying 1111 everywhere, step back and try to, what was I just thinking about? Or what was I just doing? Okay. When you see the 1111, then you go, oh, okay. I'm probably on the right track of my thought process on moving forward with something, could be your entire life, then the universe 1111. Okay? So keep aware of what you're thinking or doing or reading or whatever. It's probably an indicator from the universe to go, you're on the right track. Okay? So hopefully that puts some insight on the 1111, and look it up in numerology as well. Have I tried loaning or lending money on crypto apps for passive income? Is it worth doing? We haven't done that quite. I do it with my Cardano. You can do it right on the wallet, but anything beyond that, we haven't done. But we have done classes, like on this Thursday. I'm going to a cryptocurrency meeting. That's why we had the short show on Thursday. That it can be very, very lucrative. Something like Pancake Swap or Sushi Swap, that sort of thing, can be very lucrative. I'd be very careful of it right now. Okay. And you can do many of these things self-custodying. You don't have to put it on a website. You can actually do it yourself. I don't know exactly how that's done, but I have heard that you can do that yourself. So you might want to look into that. So it gives you another layer of protection in case the Sushi Swap site goes down or whatever, or the Shiba Inu, because Shiba Inu has very similar loaning and lending and all that sort of thing. I think it's like bearing the bone and lending something, all these different terms for Shiba Inu on their websites. I think you can self-custody most of that yourself. But short answer, I think it can be very good. Okay. I've never done it personally. So, hi, Andre. Recently, your card said I will achieve all my dreams. But yesterday, your card said the opposite. What happened? Probably there's going to be a moment in time when you take a right turn when you should have done a little left. Doesn't mean you're not going to be getting into the thing that you're wanting to achieve. It's just you may have been, now that you have the information, you went in a different direction than what you had been doing. And now it's taking you away from that situation. So think back to what you were doing at that particular time and make those course corrections and to get back on track. Okay? So nothing happens in a vacuum. And once you gain information, you're going to act upon it, and it's going to be changing your direction. Okay? So if that's not going to be working, maybe look for something else that does work. Get back to where you were headed in the first place. Okay? Hopefully that answers your question. I find looking at books and bookcases very soothing, maybe to do with the Akashic records. Of course, my when I have actually looked at Akashic records, it had never been a comfortable situation. When you astral project to the other side and you go to the Great Library and you look at all the books, you always got a librarian going, what are you doing? What you doing? Because I try to be a good boy, but you gotta look at books you're not supposed to. Don't worry. When you go to the other side and you look in the Great Library and you look at the Akashic records, you will only be able to read the things that you're meant to read.
Which is none of it.
Huh?
Which is pretty much none of it.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
There are some things. They may even touch this guy again. Here, read this. The librarian will. You hear again? Here, look at monkeys for a minute. I'll go find you a book that you can read. Stop looking at the books you're not supposed to. Of course, when you do open it up, it's in a format that you can't understand anyway. So no harm, but it's fun. You always got a librarian going. So if you ever go there, it's a lot of fun. Don't cause too much of a situation with the librarians to get a little cross with you, but they're okay with it. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. Andre had 3 viewers for my house in the last 24 hours. I feel we will get an offer for a sale. You changed direction. You stopped looking at the 1-inch problem and it's starting to work for you. Okay. So I think there was a little instance that was blocking you. Changing direction. And it is going to be working to your favor. It's going to, if it's not these particular people, I think it's going to be somebody that they know that. So you're networking that situation into something better, that somebody in a roundabout way, it's going to be done. Okay. It may not be the people that viewed it. It may be somebody that's associated with these people. So do a little bit of networking, ask some questions, and it's going to be working out for the better for you. Okay? Hopefully that helps you out. Do you both buy multiple treasures? Unfortunately, we only have one. Maybe we should get another one. Or maybe one just for ERC20 tokens and one for regular tokens. That would be a thing in the future. If our treasures are pretty safe, or one. So, but I think getting another one may be in store for us in the next little while. You may be picking up something. Good idea. Thank you, Daisy. Are we done?
We're done.
We're done. My goodness. Went by quickly today. So 4 at 11:15. I should have put it at 11:11. No, we won't.
You probably started early like yesterday.
I jumped again. I'm sorry.
It was 11:11.
It was 11:11. I had 11:11 on my mind. So for 11:15, we're going to have another show. Please come out. We're going to have the remote viewing session. Going to be a lot of fun. People can be coming out, working upon their psychic abilities and becoming better and better as we move along. If you like a personal reading with me, make sure you go to psychicreadingsbyandre.com. Scrolling on the bottom here. where all that information is there. If you would like a personal healing with the great Reiki wife, all that information is 11 while we're watching now as well. 11. All that information is on the website as well. All of our affiliate links are also there. And if you should happen to purchase a treasure or any of our other things from there, know that we make a little bit of money from that purchase. So just a little disclaimer there for you for legal stuff. So with that said, make sure you like, subscribe. See you at 11:15. And I'll see you in the future. Bye-bye.